Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I am so glad you are here. If you enjoy the yoga practice, like and subscribe below. Let's get started. We're going to start in a nice, tall, seated posture. Easy seat, Sukhasana. Feel welcome to sit on a block or a blanket. We're going to draw our shoulders down and back, pull the ears over the shoulders, checking in with the spine, a nice and tall neck. Take a deep breath in through the nose, closing the eyes on the exhale, feeling the shoulders relax. And again, take another inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the nose, relaxing the shoulders. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed, or you can have them open. We're going to bring the palms together and the thumbs touching the sternum. We're going to take a breath in, and as we breathe in, we're going to press the palms together and lift the hands above the head. Turn your eyes up to the hands, and then exhale. Bring the hands back to the chest and draw your chin to the chest. Inhale, lift and open. Looking up, exhale, come all the way back down, tuck the chin, continue to expand and lift, lengthening through the spine, exhale down, hands to heart. Let's do one more time. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, hands to heart. This time we're going to inhale, lift the spine, press the arms out to the side like you're pressing the walls away. And then flip those palms up, relax those shoulders. And we're going to take the left hand to the floor, right hand over, reaching to the side, breathing in. And then out, maybe move the arm and the wrist a little, and then inhale to the sky. Both arms come up, exhale to the right. Again, moving that hand, that arm, checking in, inhaling up, exhale to the left, reaching it over. Keeping those hips centered and down on the earth. Inhale, lift, exhale to the right. One more time, either side. Inhale, lift, and exhale, left. Last one as we inhale to the sky and exhale to the right. Inhaling both arms all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Relax those shoulders, realign that spine, press the palms together. And then take a deep breath in. On your exhale, twist to the left. Take an inhale, transitioning on our inhale all the way to the right. And then exhale, back to center. And bring those arms out to the side, a couple shoulder rolls, up, back, and down, loosening things up, and then have the arms come out to the side. Taking that left elbow under the right. Let's find our eagle arms. Drawing those hands in, maybe the thumb to the forehead or third eye. Option, if this is very challenging, here's a variation. You can always place your hands on your shoulders and lift those elbows to shoulder level. And then bring them, stay there, or you can bring your hands back up here if this is more in your practice today. Or lifting the head and the elbows, no matter which posture you've chosen, and then draw the elbows towards the belly. Again, whether your hands are together or on your shoulders. And then come back to neutral. We're going to slowly unwind. Feel the whoosh through the shoulders. Relax the hands to the floor. So just feel what's going on in the shoulders here. The hydration from stretching. That's always a good thing. Bringing the hands back to shoulder level. This time, the right elbow is going under the left, finding our eagle arms on the other side. Again, hands on shoulders are fine if that is in your practice. And bringing the thumb maybe to the third eye or forehead, lifting the elbows, breathing in, and then drawing them towards the belly. And then coming back to neutral, unwinding those arms again, flipping the palms up, drawing the elbows down and the thumbs to the back, breathing in, checking in with the posture. Where's the chin? I'm going to let it come forward. I'm going to lift it tall. Have fun with it as well. Good. One more time, leaning to the left, reaching the right arm over, lengthening through the body. Feel how much easier it is now. That right hip stays on the floor as we inhale, lift, and exhale to the left. And we're breathing. And then we're going to come all the way back up to the sky, reach those hands, exhale, palms to heart space. Let's take a cow to a tabletop. So we're going to pivot around onto the hands and knees. We're going to draw the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let your tops of your feet rest on the floor, pressing the fingertips into the floor as you curve your body. Draw your chin to your chest, pushing into the the tops of your feet. Breathe. Exhaling. And then inhale. Arch the back, lift the head and the tailbone, pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, round scared cat. And then inhale, lift and open. 2 more of these. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And we're going to find our neutral spine. So your head is looking down at your thumbs. I want you to find your center weight. Try not to lean, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Draw your right hand straight out from your shoulder, thumb to the sky. Left leg comes to the back, lengthening. And again, you can do just an arm or just a leg if that feels better for you. And just really press that heel back towards the back and reach those fingertips and focus on your breath. Breathing in as you look at the thumb on the floor, your mat. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, feel the belly pulling in. And then we're going to bring the hands and knees to the floor. Find your, again, center. Lift the left arm. Right leg, lengthen. Flex that foot. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. We're breathing. We're building heat in the body, getting nice and warm. Breathing in, looking at the thumb on the floor, and then exhaling. And bring the hands and knee to the floor. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to walk the hands forward, finding our first downward facing dog of the day. So lifting those hips, start to walk your dog. Pedal out your feet, shift your hips. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. No judgment here, just feel what's going on in the body. As you walk out those feet. At any time, feel free to take a child's pose. And then we're going to find our downward facing dog. Just let our feet melt towards the floor. And then soften the knees. Draw your belly towards your thighs. Relax those shoulders. And then we're going to draw up into the bottoms of our toes. And then walk those feet forward. Coming all the way forward to a forward fold. Just hang out here, maybe hold the elbows, swing side to side, let your head hang heavy and shake it out yes and no. Checking in with the back of the legs, the hamstrings, and the calf muscles. We're going to reach the fingertips to the floor. See if we can lengthen a little more, and then bring the hands in front of the shins, below the knees. Straighten the arms, lengthen and flatten the back. Breathing in. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Let's rise all the way up. Inhale the arms, exhale, hands to heart space. Nice. We're going to inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Relax the shoulders, soften the knees. Start to lean sideways to the right. So I'm going to bring it up, and then I want you to just lean it sideways and open up that chest. Reach those fingertips. You're still breathing. Pressing the arches of our feet into the floor, and then breathe in up and try the other side, left side, lengthening. Relax those shoulders, reaching those fingers, pressing the arches of the feet into the floor. Breathing in and up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive, all the way down. So now we're back in our forward fold. We're going to lengthen and half lift. Exhale, fold, bend those knees, step or hop back to our plank. Nice and tall and strong. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Feel free to be on your knees in a modified if you would like. It's up to you. And just breathe in. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. We're going to inhale. Find a little cobra here, baby cobra. And then exhale back down, tuck your toes. And then pressing all the way up into your downward facing dog again. And just walk those feet back out again. Shoulders relaxed. And I want you to just tune into the body by going into the toes, separate the knees as you lower to the knees, untuck the toes, take a child's pose for a moment here. Because I want you to know that at any time you can come here during this practice, because we're going to do a flow. It's going to be at your pace and when you're ready. So we're slowly going to come up, we're going to untuck the toes, find your downward facing dog again. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in. This time we're going to plant our left foot to the floor. Let's bring the right leg up, all the way up. And we're going to bend the knee and bring the foot between the hands and just let the left foot join it. So you're coming to a forward fold. We're going to take a half lift, lengthen and inhale. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Inhale, rise. We're going to do some sun salutes. Exhale, fold. Good. Take that right leg all the way back again, and then the left, finding your plank. Deep breath in and exhale down. Inhale. You can do another baby cobra, or if you'd like, slide the hands back and come up to an up dog. You can be supported on your thighs or all the way to the tops of your feet. And then finding your downward facing dog again. Lengthening, pull the shoulders away from the ears, spread out those fingers, pushing into the fingertips, and then place that right foot nice and solid on the floor. Bring the left leg up to a three-legged dog, and you're going to bend the knee and then pull that knee into your chest as you bring the foot between the hands, and then the right leg joins. Inhaling and half lifting. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive, all the way back down. Bend the knees, left leg back, and then the right. Finding your plank again. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, lifting up, and then exhale, downward facing dog. We have 2 more times at your own pace, or feel free to go to a child's pose. Right leg up, bend the knee, bring it between the hands, both feet forward. About a fist distance between the feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees as you rise. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Good. Bend the knees, left leg back, then the right. Here we go, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here in your downward facing dog. And again, maybe this is where you take a child's pose. It's your call. We're going to do the left leg up, bend the knee, bring it between the hands, and then bring the other foot forward. So good for flexibility of the hips as we lengthen and flatten out the back. And inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Bend the knees, left foot back, and then the right. Take a deep breath in. We're going to exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here together. And then we will go to a child's pose. Find your breath. Relax those shoulders. 1 more breath. And then I want you to slowly lower, separate your knees, untuck your toes, draw your forehead to the mat, and just rest here. Continue breathing, feeling the lengthening of your back. Maybe go to your fingertips, lengthen through the armpits. We're going to slowly come out of our child's pose. Tuck your toes, bring your knees in close. Shoulders come away from the ears. Let's find our downward facing dog. Lengthening. So we're going to plant your left leg. Bring your right leg up to your 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee and stack those hips. And then you're going to bring your right foot between your hands and coming up to warrior 1. Drawing the arms up, bending into that front knee. Maybe bringing the hands together, lengthening, breathing in, and then out, and then take a bigger step back. Find your warrior two. Draw your shoulders down your back. Reach those fingertips. Look over your right fingertips and check out your big toe on your right foot that you can see it. And your knee is over your ankle and your hips. Everything is centered. We're going to bring the right palm up, reach it forward, flip your warrior. Reach to the back thigh. Option to reach your hand around and bind with that front leg. It's up to you. And then we're going to straighten out both legs, come all the way back, hands level. Right thumb up, start to hinge your hips to the back left. Reach that right hand forward as far as you can. Place the left hand on the hip, draw it down, opening up to triangle. Option here, so bring your hand on the inside of your shin or your thigh. Left arm comes up, reaching it to where you feel good to go. Using that leg as a support. Option again, be mindful of your back for our triangle. Sometimes it takes a few breaths to get down into the posture. Never forcing anything. Be mindful of that hip, that it's not collapsing and you're tucking your bottom right hip underneath. And then slightly bend that front right knee. Bring both hands back to the floor. We're going to slowly add a little balance challenge here. It's very exciting. Hands on the floor or a block. You're going to kick your back left leg up and find your balance. Find your warrior three. If you're by a wall, you might want to stand back. We're going to reach forward, lengthen, pull the shoulders away from the ears, maybe flex the foot. Now check in with that left hip. Is it rotated up? Draw it down. So both hips are level. Lengthening. Find that balance. Maybe wobble. We all have our moments that we wobble, and we just keep on going. We're going to bring the hands to heart space and bring that left foot to join the right. Breathe in and up, reach it to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, step back with the right, then the left. Find your plank pose. Hang out here for a moment to breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lengthen. And up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your peace. Shoulders are relaxed, fingertips are pressing into the mat. Look back at your knees or your belly. Spread out those shoulder blades. You're breathing in through the nose like nice exhale through the mouth. Press your right foot into the floor, lift your left leg. And bend the knee. Let's stack those hips. And now that left foot is coming forward all the way between your hands. And you're going to pivot onto your back right foot, coming up to warrior one. Drawing those shoulders down the back. Maybe bringing the hands together, lengthening for your warrior one. Let's smile and open up that heart. And then wider, coming to warrior two. Draw those shoulders down the back. Look forward over those left fingertips. Check in with those feet. You can see the knee is not over the toe. You can see your big toe. Relax those shoulders. Now you're going to flip your left palm up, reach it forward, and then flip your warrior. Hand to the back, thigh for support, or wrap it around. Lengthening your head can be looking forward or up at your hand. The hand is turned to the back. We're going to come back to a warrior two, but we're straightening out that front leg. Relax those shoulders, relax the face, shift those hips. That right hip comes towards the back. Bring both palms facing the front. Thumb is up. Reach that left arm as far forward as you can. So there's a lot of hip hinging going here. Reach, reach, reach. Maybe that right hand goes to the hip. Find your triangle again. Drawing the back of the hand inside the thigh or the shin. Notice the difference on each side. One side it might be really far from the floor, maybe one side's closer, maybe one side we don't want to collapse, so we want to keep it open and up. Maybe reach your right arm. What is in your practice today? And breathe in. At the end of today's class, please put in chat your favorite posture of today. Another breath in. You're going to take that top arm and you're going to bring it all the way down. Both hands on the floor. I'm going to back up. You're going to take your back leg, kick it up, finding our warrior three. Now, maybe you are close to a wall and you can use it for support. I'm going to back up again. I'm running into walls here, flexing that foot. We're breathing, again, finding your balance. This is my wobbly side. So just so you know, everybody has that wobbly side. And check out that hip. Maybe the right hip is rotated up too much and you need to draw it down. We're just being real. Oh, this is wobbly. And then we're going to bring the hands to heart space and bring the right foot to the solid earth. That feels so good. Stand tall, bring the arms all the way up to the sky. We're going to exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Now, we're going to step back with both feet to a plank. Feel free to take a child's pose here or do a full vinyasa. Chaturanga, flowing through it. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Or child's pose again, either one. Your practice, your choice, pressing into the fingertips. Deep breath in and out through the mouth. Going up into those toes and back into the heels. So if you're in child's pose, come and join us in a downward facing dog. And we're going to take a walk with the feet. We're going to walk them forward. Back to that forward fold. We're going to inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to heart space. So I want you to take a nice big step back and turn towards the front. So coming in a nice wide stance, palms at heart space and toes turned open. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, both arms behind the back. Interlace those fingers and open the chest, relax the shoulders, lengthen through the neck. Just breathe here for a moment. Feel those toes pressing into the floor. We're going to release the hands back to shoulder level. Let's bend those knees, squatting into it. Flip the palms up. Inhale, reach it up. Find your star. Reaching the hands out. You're a star. Look how far you've come already. Exhale, palms to heart space. Bend those knees, coming into a nice wide squat. Lengthen and straighten the legs and reach the arms out to the side. Now you know that we are working towards a more challenging posture, right? We're almost halfway through, so we still have to add a few more twists and turns to get there. So we're going to take the left elbow under. Let's find our eagle arms again. And just breathe here. Now remember, this option is here. You can always have your hands on the shoulders if that is more in your practice. And just breathe. Soften the knees. Let's bend down into that squat and twist to your left. And let your head go with it. And just breathe. Another breath. And then I want you to bring your head to neutral and then swivel those hands all the way through to the right. Notice the difference. One side's a little tighter than the other. So you're knowing my secrets now. My left side doesn't twist as well as my right. We all have our tighter sides, right? We're breathing. Might be making you sweat a little. And then we're coming back to center with the head and the arms. We're going to unwind the arms. Feel that relief. Let the hands come behind the back. Interlace the hands, straighten those legs again. Open it up. Might be a little easier this time. Breathe in, exhale through the mouth. Let the arms float back. Good. Opposite arm goes under. So this time the right arm goes under the left, unless you did it backwards the first time, but that's okay. We're doing both sides. So arms are here, either eagle arms, or you can have them crossed on the shoulder. We're going to bend into those knees again, and then I want you to twist to the right and let your head go too. And maybe this is easier depending on which shoulder is on, the elbows on top. And then bringing the head to center as we transition those elbows all the way to the left. Let your head go too. And you're breathing, notice the legs. How are they feeling? Is your body shifted to one side or the other? Head comes back to center and then the arms. Straighten the legs, unwind the arms, and let them float down. Breathe in, reach the arms up. Exhale, both fingertips behind the back. Interlace those fingers. Now let's change the toes. Turn the toes forward. You're still nice and wide. Pull the chest open and add a forward fold. Bringing the arms up is optional. Maybe you have a strap or a towel that you're holding with your hands, let your head hang heavy. And just breathe. We're going to release the fingertips to the floor, so you're just hanging out down here. And you're going to walk both hands to your right foot. And then place your right hand on your hip and then just twist towards the right. Option to reach your right hand up, both legs stay straight. You can hold your foot or your ankle. And then we're going to bring that hand down. We're not staying very long on it because we're going to walk to the left. Just check out the other side, lengthen and flatten out the back. Twisting to the left hand on the hip. Both legs straight. Notice the difference again. Let your head relax. Are you noticing a difference? Is one side tighter than the other? Maybe a little extra stretch on your tighter side would help. Never forcing anything, never forcing the stretch. Releasing the hands, both hands to the floor. We're going to heel toe the feet together. We're going to bend the knees and we're going to rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Good. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up to the sky. And then I want you to turn back towards the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank. Relax those shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up, dog or cobra. Exhale to child's pose. Let's take it all the way back. Scoot your hips back to your heels and then draw your head to the floor. I want you to walk your hands more together and let your elbows, they can be resting on the floor or off. Pull your shoulders away from the ears and just breathe here for a moment. All right, let's slowly transition out of our child's pose, back into our downward facing dog. We're rejuvenated. Ready to continue. Breathing in and out through the nose, relaxing the shoulders, pressing into those fingertips in our downward facing dog. Soften the knees, draw the belly to the thighs. And when you're ready, we're going to walk our feet towards our hands all the way forward. Find your forward fold. Just hang out here for a moment. On your next inhale, we'll do a half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise. Exhale, palms to heart space. Let's find our warrior one. Draw the right foot back, open things up. Pressing the palms together. One more breath. On your next exhale, step a little bit more into that warrior two, a little wider. Readjust, maybe some bend and straighten. Shoulders relaxed. Lengthen. Reaching it forward. Let's find our reverse warrior, flipping it all the way back. Now it should be a little easier second time around. And then we're coming back to our warrior two. We're going to straighten out the front leg. Hinge at those hips. Let's find our triangle. Reach, reach, reach. Sliding into it so much easier than we did the first time. Lengthening, maybe feeling that inner thigh stretch. Take a nice breath in. Now we're going to change this up. I'm going to add a challenge. We're going to slowly lift, and we're only going to pivot the upper body and bring the right arm forward and find your twisted triangle. Place your left hand on your hip just to keep things safe. If you would like to lift it up, that's fine. Find your balance, find your breath. And then we're going to bend the knees, step back into plank. Take a nice deep breath, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just breathe here. One more breath. And then you'll take a walk. Forward fold. Walk your feet forward or hop or jump. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Inhale, rise. All the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. And then step back to warrior one. Left foot back. From the other leg now, draw those shoulders back and down. Open up that chest. And these are three base postures that are just so great for the body. Find your strength. Find your joy. Breathing it in. Let's open a little wider. Finding your warrior two. Relax the shoulders. Check in with your toe. You can see everything's level. Looking over those right fingertips. Flip your right palm up or reach it as far forward as you can. And flip your warrior, reaching it back. Left hand on the thigh. Shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in. And then coming back to our warrior two. We're going to straighten out the front leg. Flip both palms to face flat in front. And then reach the thumbs up. And then reach the right hand forward. Hinge that hip back. Find your triangle. Open it up. Again, a lot easier the second time around. Relax your shoulders. And just remember, our bodies will adjust anything we put it through. Now we're going to come up. Be mindful of what is going on in your hips. And then rotate the body and twist your triangle. So slide that hand on the outside. Maybe it's easier for you to stay on the inside. Maybe you want support on the leg. Hand on that hip, open things up. Again, whatever it calls. I'm moving my hand just so you can see different options. Don't forget to smile. We're having so much fun. You're going to take that top arm and you're going to bring it to the floor. Bring that back leg forward, forward, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, soften the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart space. Now you're going to turn, stay in your mountain. I'm going to turn forward just so everyone can see. Now we're going to work to another balance posture. We did a mini warrior three earlier. Now we're going to tree pose. So you're going to bring your left foot. I'm going to show you options. So you can be on your shin, toe can touch, but no full force onto the knee or above the thigh. Find your focal point on the floor, hands at heart space. And they can stay there if you'd like. You can grow your tree, grounding into the earth. Relax those shoulders. If you want to get a little crazy, you can eagle arms, wrap or bind those arms. Just for a variation. I like to add different variations to different postures. It just feels good to the body because change is the only thing that we can be certain in life, right? Always everything's changing. Our cells are changing every day. So why not change up our postures? Release those arms. Try the other arms. Other arm under, not other arms. Hopefully, I don't think you got 4 sets of arms. Yes. We're going to slowly unwind those arms and then bring the palms together at heart space. Release that leg. Oh, solid earth. Feels so good. Shake it out. Let's try the other side. So you're going to ground into the left. Open up that right knee. Open it up again. Maybe it's here. Maybe you're just standing tall. I got yoga blocks there if you want to throw a yoga block under your foot. If you have one, great. Or a book. It might give you a little height, some balance. One side's wobblier. See, remember I told you my left side's tighter. I'm on my left. So get a little wobbliness going. Yoga is a practice. It's not perfect. So if we wobble, that's okay. If you have to put your foot down, that's okay. You can grow your tree. You can bring your hands together. Maybe eagle arms. And I know when we move around, it throws off the balance a little bit. Maybe you change your eagle arms to the other arm underneath. Nice flexible shoulders we're getting, at least working on them. And then we're going to unwind the arms, bring the palms back together at heart space. We're wobbling, maybe not, maybe. And then release that leg. Oh, shake it out. That is wonderful. We're going to find our mountain again. So find the top of your mat if you're not already there. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend those knees. Step back to plank. Shoulders relaxed, away from the ears. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And just breathe. So I want you to, again, center the left foot down, reach the right leg up, open up that hip, Pull that right leg back to the left, and then bring it all the way back to the floor. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen up, switching to the other leg. So three-legged dog, left leg up, bend the knee, stack those hips. Bringing both feet back down. Now I want you to walk your feet and hands together in the middle of the mat. And just relax for a moment. If you need a block or something to help you reach the floor a little, that's fine. I want you to shift all your weight to the right foot and then bring that left leg back. Straight back from your hip. Lengthen. Lengthen, lengthen. Slowly start to draw your upper body off the floor, lifting yourself all the way up. And then I want you to pull your left knee into up towards the chest as your arms go up to the sky. And breathe. Bring your palms to heart space. Good. I'm going to turn a quick sideways. So you're here. I want you to open up the left knee again and maybe tap the toe or see if you can slide it up, or maybe just stay there. I always have to assist my leg up, so maybe you do too. That's all right. We just flowed into our tree and release. So I want to know how that was for you. Was it super challenging, or is it way easier just to, yeah, it's easier to just grow, to just stay in that tree and pop into it. So here we go. We're turning around. We're going to inhale, lift, exhale, fold. Now I want you to ground into your left leg. Guess what's going back? The right. Find your balance. So one of the things we want to do is we want to be able to get on and off the floor every day. As much as we can, increase that muscle strength, start to grow, lifting up, pulling the right knee in and up, grow nice and tall, pull the knee up. And maybe you just stay here. Maybe you open up the knee and bring it to that tree pose. I'm going to turn so you can see. So again, maybe you're here. My leg doesn't go up unless I pull it up. That's okay. Just want you to know that, hey, we all have stuff we have to work on. Maybe your foot is still down there on the floor. That's okay. And then we release. Shake it out. Big shoulder rolls. You've done a fantastic job. We are almost there. Best part to come. We're going to do a little bit of core now. So let's take it back to a mountain. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees, step back to your plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Let's take a child's pose. Exhale all the way down and just rest on the floor. Slowly transitioning to our last downward facing dog of the day. Lifting up. Now we're going to walk our feet and hands together to the middle of the mat. Just hang out here for a moment. Find your center. We're going to lengthen and flatten out the back and half lift. And inhale, exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees and rise up all the way. Exhale, palms to heart space. And we're just going to turn and take the feet nice and wide. And you can hop, you can jump, you can step. We're going to turn them out and open. Slight angle, we're going to breathe in and up, and let's find our goddess. Bend those knees, open up the arms, relax the shoulders. It's a little bit easier to get here now. We did our nice challenging postures. Sink a little deeper. Draw the arms out, find your eagle arms. Lots of nice arms, shoulder stretches today for us. And then we're going to draw the legs up. Inhale, extend the arms. Exhale them down to the side. Feel the whoosh, the rush. You might feel like sensation going down the arms. That means the tissue is hydrating. Just thought I'd throw a little science at you. Science is telling us now our tissue is hydrating when we stretch. It's fantastic. Let's draw the knees back down and take the other arm and bring it underneath. I think I just did that one. There we go. Switch arms. Make sure you switch arms. Just seeing if you're paying attention. I did the opposite arm. I did not do the opposite arm. I did the same arm again, but now I'm on the opposite arm. So we're feeling those legs. We're feeling that nice stretch through the shoulders. Our head is in alignment. We're breathing. Maybe the legs are feeling a little heat building in them. And then we're going to straighten the legs, extend the arms all the way behind the back. And just breathe again. Check in with that sensation. We're going to turn the toes forward and make adjustments. They're not super far apart. We're going to open up that chest, but they are much farther apart than under the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing those arms up, relax the shoulders. Feel that nice chest expansion. Now we're going to release the fingertips to the floor. Lengthen and flatten out the back. Maybe use a block, maybe you're just your fingertips, maybe you can get your hands to the floor. Hinge back into those heels. Now draw yourself forward towards the toes or the balls of the feet. But keep your heels on the floor. The feet are solid. You're just adding a little, you're spreading out the weight into the whole foot. Relax your neck. Your back is still flat. You're going to keep your left hand on the floor or your fingertips or just hanging out there or block. Right hand on the hip. Lengthen and lift the spine. So you're twisting now to your right. I want you to bend your left knee and just breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now the arm that's on your right hip, I want you to release it and reach for your right foot and then reach your left arm to join it. And your left knee is still bent and you're reaching for your right leg. Now draw your nose towards your right knee. Straighten out your left leg. As you walk both hands to the center, realign your spine by flattening out your back. Notice the difference in the legs. Right hand stays on the mat, to the left hand to the hip. Start to lengthen and flatten out your back, twist to the left, bend your right knee. So you can sink a little deeper into that twist. Make sure there's no tension in your neck. Now that hand that's on the hip, we're going to reach it to the left ankle. And then reach your right hand to the left and draw your nose now to the knee. And again, notice the difference on where you're feeling this in the back of the leg. Maybe the hip, never forcing anything. And you're going to release both legs to the center as you straighten out both legs. Keeping the knees somewhat straight, slight micro bend, toes forward, hands behind your low back, start to lift up. Inhale, lifting up, open up that chest, but no overarching of the back. And then release to neutral. Very good. Turn those toes all the way out, hands on the hips, and just do a couple little bends of the knees, side to side. I got a little snap, crackle, pop going on mine, as long as they're not bad. We don't want any of those bad snap, crackle, pops. Take a deep breath. Inhale, reach it all the way up to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart space. I want you to pivot your foot towards the front of your mat and then bend down into it and bring both feet forward to a forward fold. So you're back at the front of your mat. Now you're going to bend your knees and you're going to lower towards the mat. You can slide back onto your knees if you would like, or you can just slide into your hips. But we're going to pivot around onto our seat to a seated posture towards the front, coming to our boat pose. So we're going to do some core work here. We're going to relax the shoulders. You're going to breathe. You're going to lift the right leg and then the left. So this is our wonderful, famous boat pose. Option to let go. So right there, I've given you 4 options. You're here, you can be holding on or letting go. You can be floating your boat, holding on or letting go. Shoulders are relaxed. So we're going to have a little fun today. So we're going to paddle our boat. So we're going to paddle, paddle, moving those legs. Now maybe if you want to get a little bit more crazy, you can row your boat. So you're going to use your arms, you're going to row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. You can sing along if you'd like. Using that core, make adjustments. You're still breathing. Now you're going to sail your boat. Maybe your knees are bent, maybe they're straight, but we're sailing our boat. Sailing, sailing, and just continue breathing. We're engaging that core. Feels so good. Keep on going, keep on breathing. Now, we're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna make some fun boat poses, right? So there's this one I like to make that I've made up a little bit, and it's fun. It's called the showboat. So you go da na 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 na, and kick those legs side to side. So you're moving through it, still working those core muscles. We're almost there. Da na 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 na, and then we're gonna hug the knees. We're done with the show, right? Of that showboat. So just hug it, relax the shoulders, give yourself a little break. Maybe you're floating, maybe your toes are touching, that's okay. Flex those feet. We're going back to our boat pose. That was your break. Now we're sailing again, sailing along. We're gonna bring the palms together to heart space. We're going to straighten out your left leg and let it go all the way to the floor. It's resting on the floor. So you might be feeling that core working. I want you to twist to the right. You can even let that elbow go to the floor for a moment. If you need a little break, you can even hold that leg. I want you to straighten out the right leg and pull it in, twist back to center. We're gonna combine those movements. Twist and extend, come back to center. Twist and extend, come back to center. Twist and extend. Maybe you bring your arm to the floor, that's okay. I'm just adding a challenge. Twist and extend, come back to center. Hug the right knee, hug it in. Hopefully you felt that core, it's working. Starting to sweat a bit here. We have to do the other side. I know you're excited about that one. So let's bring both legs up. Let's find our boat pose again. And we're breathing. Bring the palms to heart space. Right leg goes all the way down to the floor. Let it rest. Notice the difference. One side, obliques, working different. Try twisting first. Come back. Try extending. Come back. Let's combine twist and extend. Come back to center. If at any time you are feeling this in your low back, please take a break. Keep going. 2 more. And if this is easy, maybe you do more than 4 or 5. Hug that knee. And also, if you got warm or you're feeling your core, put it in the comments. I would love to hear how you're feeling on this. Let's find our boat pose. Gives a whole new meaning to boat poses and working that core. Relax the shoulders. So hopefully you were warmed up with all of our twisting and everything, with our triangle postures. Now you can hang out here a little bit longer and get stronger, longer, and far stronger. We are almost there. And we're going to release heels to the floor. Straighten out the body. Pull those glutes out. Lift nice and tall. Let's find our forward fold. So you're going to reach up all the way. Inhale, inhale, reach those arms. I want you to exhale, forward fold. Now, wherever you can reach is fine. Maybe you're holding the back of your knees, you're lengthening and lifting that rib cage. Make sure you're not collapsing through the gut there. Maybe you can hold the ankles, maybe the bottoms of the feet, maybe the toes. Relax your shoulders. Let gravity assist. Notice how I'm shaking my legs. Shake your legs a little. And breathe. Just enjoy the lengthening of the tissue behind your calf and hamstring of your legs. The tissue there. I always say tissue because I'm talking about fascia, muscles, ligaments, tendons, and as we stretch, we know science is telling us when we stretch and hold these stretches that our tissue is hydrating. That is such a fantastic thing. And you're like, yeah, what does that mean? Well, it basically means that you're keeping up your mobility and flexibility, helps prevent injury, as long as you're not forcing anything. So if you didn't know that, there you go. A little tidbit for you today. Another breath with our forward fold. Now I want you to walk your hands up the thighs. Lift up nice and tall. We're going to bring that right knee in and cross the foot over the thigh. Bring your left arm around the right. Use your right arm as a kickstand and twist. And just enjoy that glute stretch. Like I just said, hydrating that tissue. So when we get this loosened up, the hip and the glute, it's gonna help our back. So we want you to lift tall, hand behind the back. Make sure your neck is relaxed. And we're breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe your belly is breathing into the thigh. You can feel the belly pressing in. Relax your face muscles. Continue breathing. No tension in the neck. We are almost there. Now let's counter stretch. So remember, 10, 20, 30 seconds is best. Minimum 10 seconds, you gotta hold those stretches. Counter stretch, you twist the opposite way. Lift up tall, twist. We're lengthening through the spine. And we're just doing the counter stretch. So we're gonna unwind and undo that stretch and try the other side. So that one we didn't hold quite as long, but that's all right, because this is our main one. So we're gonna hug that knee into the chest. Bring your left hand behind, lift and twist. And now you're maybe move the long leg around that right leg, flex it, hug the knee. Notice what's going on in the hip, the glute, also your shoulders. Are we relaxed in the shoulders? Are we tensing up? Is your face relaxed? You're breathing. Also, how does this side feel compared to the other side? Is it looser? Is it tighter? Is it easier to move? More restrictive? Just questions we always good to ask ourselves. Now we're going to release and we're going to twist back the other way. So counter stretch. And you're still breathing. Now we're going to release back to forward fold. But first, before we go there, straighten up, find your Dandasana, your staff or stick pose. Inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, forward fold. Reach for those toes. Just hang out here for a moment. Notice the difference. Oh, it got a little easier. One more breath. Remember, if this is really challenging to get in this posture, like to lean forward or do the forward fold or hand. Maybe your knees are bent. That's completely fine if your knees are bent. Just keep practicing. That's what this is all about. Now we're going to walk our hands up the thighs and sit up nice and tall. You're going to bring both fingertips behind the back. And I want you to spread them out, fingers facing forward. We're going to draw the feet together, squeeze the arms slightly back. So you're not only just tightening up those arms, I want you to rotate. Rotate those elbows like they're going in together so your chest automatically opens. Those shoulder blades automatically roll back in together. And breathe. Now, option, reverse plank, lifting up. And we're breathing. We're looking up at the sky, not letting our head fall back. And then flex your feet and draw those hips back to the floor. Flip your palms upward and the fingers to the back and just do a nice little stretch of the forearms. Wiggle those fingers. Lengthen, lengthen. And then keep those fingers facing backwards, but flip the palms down now and open it up. Now we're going to flip them back again, fingertips forward. This time we're going to bend the knees, place the feet flat. Find your reverse table, lifting up, opening up that chest. You're breathing. That's it. Lower back down. I want you to hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Lift your spine. And just relax here for a moment. Maybe tuck your chin into your chest. Focus on your breath. Now we're going to release those hands. Straighten out the legs one last time. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, forward fold. And we're gonna walk the hands up the thighs. So remember that boat pose we did at the beginning? I want you to scoot forward. So we're gonna do one more little thing, but we're adding a variation. We're gonna drop the bottoms of your feet together, knees fall out, lift through the spine. Now you can stay here and just lean back. Maybe try to lift your feet off the floor and hover. So again, I'm just throwing options in. This is our little bit of extra core here. Maybe you let your feet go, or you grab hold of your toes. Breathe. Or another option is you can wrap your hands around under your shins, place them on top of your feet. And do a little yogi kiss or peekaboo. Relax those shoulders. Just a fun little variation. Maybe you release the legs and you hold your bind, hold your palms together. Maybe you grab hold of your toes. And then we're going to release them all the way down, heels on the floor, and then let your back go all the way to the floor, and then hug your knees into the chest and rock side to side. Massaging out that low back. Oh, feels so good. Now we're going to bring both feet to the floor. Reach your fingertips towards the heels or the ankles. And I want you to gently press to a bridge, taking a bridge, lifting those hips, lengthening through the spine. So remember, you're not overarching through the back, but you're just lengthening and opening up through the back instead. Now, option here is to walk your hands underneath and interlace them, and then walk your shoulders underneath your back. And make sure your knees are not falling open. We're pressing gently into not only the heels, but the arches and the big toes of both feet. And the knees are drawing closer in together. Option to turn your head to one side, lengthening through the neck. Focus on that breath. You don't have to have the hands interlaced. You don't have to have them underneath the back. That's fine, whatever works for you. You're going to slowly turn your head on the mat to the other side. Your eyes, just let them close and breathe. Notice what's going on in the body. You're never forcing anything. If you need to change your posture or take a break, please feel free. And then the head comes back to neutral, so we can walk our shoulders out, release the fingers, lower the hips all the way to the floor, and then hug the knees into the chest and give it a squeeze. And rock side to side. Go ahead and hug the right knee into the chest, lengthen the left all the way down to the floor, and then we're going to reach the right leg all the way up to the sky, maybe circle the ankle both ways. And then hug that knee back into the chest. You're going to take that hand, and I want you to pull that right leg all the way to the left side. Reach your right arm out, palm down, shoulder stays on the floor. Just feel that nice twist, feel the right glute stretching. Another breath. Slowly coming back to center. Hug that knee into the chest. Bring both knees in now. Both legs are come back. Then straighten the right leg. Hug the knee. Now you're going to hold on to the left knee. The right hand, reach the left arm out to the side, twist. Pull that left knee to the right. You can turn your head away. Shoulders are down on the ground. You're breathing. You're going to bring the head back to neutral. Come all the way back to center. Both knees come back into the chest. Now, we're going to place the left foot on the floor, right leg crosses over, open up the knee, relax your shoulders. Let's take a single leg bridge. Got a hip pop there. And then lower it down. One more time, lift it up. and then lower it down. This time, take that right leg, I want you to press it to the sky. Now option, you can cross it back or you don't have to use it all, or just stay here. Press that left leg up again and just hold. So getting a little bit of hamstring, a little bit of glute. So glute, hips, core, belly, it's all part of the core. And then we're gonna lower that hip all the way back down, bend the knee, place that foot flat on the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. And we're gonna lift to a bridge. Right foot on the floor, lengthen, feel that hip opening up. And we're gonna lower. We're gonna lift again. Again, notice what side is one hip dropping, one leg stronger than the other, and lower. Now take that left leg all the way up to the sky and lift through the hips and hold and breathe. Maybe flex the foot, maybe point it. You could play around. And then you're gonna lower those hips all the way back to the ground. Bend the knee, both feet flat. Let's take a full body stretch before we move on. Lengthen, point the toes, flex the heels. And then walk those feet in back again together. And just breathe for a moment. We're gonna bring the arms out to a T. I want you to drop both knees to your right and turn your head to the left. Continue breathing. Holding the stretch. And then bring your head back to center. Slowly lift the knees back to where they were. Readjust your hips. Take a breath in and drop both knees to your left this time. Turn your head the opposite way. Both shoulders are down. You're still breathing. You're welcome to close your eyes and just tune in to what's going on in the body. And then we're coming back to center. Bring both fingertips behind your ears, not your head, but just your ears. And then tuck your hips underneath, push your back into the mat, and then I want you to press your right leg up to the sky. Really engage that core. Then I want you to bring your left leg up as well. And just breathe here. Point and flex the toes. Feel the core working. I want you to have you bend your right leg and slowly place that foot back on the floor. And then slowly bend the left and place it on the floor. Release the low back and release your hands. Hug the knees into your chest. Give them a squeeze and a rock side to side. Nice. We're going to come back to center. We're going to hug the knees. Take a breath in and lift the nose to the knees. And then exhale all the way back down. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's take the feet to the floor and reach the arms overhead, and let's take a full body stretch. And I want you to take 3 full breaths here, nice and slow, long and deep. Go ahead and bring the arms next to the body. Let your legs fall open. Walk your shoulders away from your ears. Let's just close our eyes for a moment. Grounding into the earth. Appreciating all that the body has done for us. Take a nice, deep, long, gentle breath through your nose. And slowly let it out through your mouth. and go to your regular breath. Just check in with the body if you feel any sensations or energy flowing through different areas. And usually what that means is just that is the area that the tissue is hydrating or healing or working through things. Don't want you to have any pain. Just love your body. It appreciates the self-care that you've given it today. We have one more breath. Nice long exhale. When you're ready, you can either roll up or bend the knee, and you can roll to your side and gently press yourself up. You're going to come to a nice tall seated posture. Make yourself comfortable. Crossing the legs, you can sit on a block or blanket. You're going to move the head. Just maybe let your chin drop to your chest. Let it roll side to side. And bring it up to neutral. Let your head gently draw side to side, ear to shoulder, but keeping the shoulders down. And then bring the head to neutral, chin in alignment. Twist your head to the left. Breathe in, and then twist your head on the exhale to the left. And then back to center. Slide the shoulders up to the ears, and then all the way back down. And try to keep them down the rest of the day or night or whatever time you're watching this. Take a deep breath in, reach those palms all the way up, and exhale, palms to heart space to thank your body, thank yourself, thank you all for joining today. Namaste.